So we're down here at Still Whiskey Bar in Bend, and we have a special guest from all the way over the mountains from Portland. This is Mel Heim. Thanks so much for being here with us. Okay, so tell us, what do you do?
I am the master distiller for Eastside Distilling. So I develop and produce these whiskeys here along with a couple other products.
What does it mean to be a master distiller? That sounds really, really fancy.
It is a fancy term for English major.
Oh, dang it.
Dang it.
I want one of those for a radio and TV major. I get something like that.
You can, just wait.
So tell me about how you got into it then, because you're joking about it, but you were an English major.
Absolutely. No, I was really lucky. Right time, right place. I happen to know somebody in the industry, and that's usually how it goes. It's who you know, not what you know. I was lucky enough to have a family member. He was a distiller, and I was a home brewer. He happened to come up to me. He knew he was leaving. He was going to go off to school and said, you know what, would you like to do this? I will train you. I said, absolutely. And then it just took off from there.
Was it a pretty natural transition since you were already a home brewer? I mean, I'm sure there's a ton more to learn about it, but it must have been a smooth thing.
It was pretty smooth. There is a lot of chemistry in distillation, if you can imagine that. So luckily for me, though, a big part of making spirits is also the art, and I understood that. I get flavors, I knew what I wanted to make, and then it was just a matter of how to get there.
Yeah. And so for Eastside Distilling, you guys have kind of, like I was saying, I mean, it stands out on a shelf, I think, because your labels and everything. It's kind of a fun, quirky brand, I would say.
Yeah, it definitely is. We have a lot of fun with all of our products, and you'll see a couple cool flavors with what we do, but this is just the brainchild of a couple people getting together and making something really neat.
Having a good time, basically. Yeah. So tell me about this one that we're going to try.
Absolutely. This is our flagship whiskey. This is the Burnside Bourbon. It's 75% corn, classic of a bourbon. We produce this at 96 proof.
That's good.
Yeah, so
96, so we're pretty much done for the day after this.
And you can just quit. We poured this a couple minutes ago, which is great because it allowed it to open up a little bit.
Now, do you swirl it? What is the process for this?
That's just natural. I think it's a beautiful spirit, so I just like to look at it first. You always want to let your whiskey breathe because it's been trapped in the bottle for a while. Really let the bouquet open up. So this is 96 proof, but it's already pretty aromatic after pouring it. And I drink this neat, but we did take it up a little bit so you could put it on the rocks without losing any of its integrity.
And for you guys, I mean, how many different spirits do you do? How many different kinds? Is there? Can you even count them?
More every day.
Yeah.
We really like to have fun. Right now we have our 4 whiskeys that we've been selling for the past few years, 2 bourbons and 2 flavored whiskeys, and we are coming out with our Barrel Hitch American whiskey in a couple of months. So that'll be the 5th one, along with 4 rums and a potato vodka.
So I know you probably don't want to, but since your dad's not here, no one else is here to praise you. Tell me about, I mean, you were one of the few woman master distillers west of the Mississippi, something.
Sure. Yeah, something like that. One of those accolades. Yeah, it's pretty great. I mean, I'm surprised every day. My parents are very proud. Let's just say that.
I'm sure.
It's a really great opportunity. I mean, you never know. You go to school and you just hope for the best when you get out. So I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Yeah, pretty creative.
Pretty creative. Yeah, it's, like I said earlier, art, science, history, there's a philosophy. There's really a lot of angles that you go about when you create these.
Awesome. Well, this is delicious. We better finish it and get you back to Portland. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.